Hello friends, welcome back to revision time. I hope you all are fit and fine. So earlier we have started with the life processes chapter and we have covered nutrition, respiration and transportation in human beings. So today let us continue with the transportation in plants. So now first let us revise the tissues of the plants, that are the xylem and the phloem. These are the complex permanent type of tissues and are responsible for the transportation in plants. So xylem is responsible for the transportation of water, whereas phloem is responsible for the transportation of food. The components of xylem are tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers, of which the tracheids and vessels are dead and tubular and they are responsible for the transportation of water. Whereas the components of phloem are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma, of which sieve tubes and the companion cells are responsible for the transportation of food and they work together, and phloem fibers are the dead structures. First, let us see transportation of water. So transportation of water takes place through xylem, whose cells are vessels and tracheids, and these cells are connected together and they form up a channel, and this channel reach all the parts of the plant. So there are basic two theories which explain the transportation of water in plants. First is the root pressure theory and second is the transpiration pull theory. So what happens in the root? The cells are in contact with the soils and they take up the ions from the soils. These are the metal ions which are responsible to provide the nutrition and various functions of plants. So what happens when the roots take up the ions? The concentration of ions changes. In the roots, the concentration of ions is high, hence the water concentration is low. Whereas in the soils, the concentration of ions is less now because the root has taken up the ions and the water concentration here is high. So what will happen? The water will move to the roots steadily because due to the osmosis we know that the movement of water from the region of higher concentration towards the region of lower concentration takes place across a semi-permeable membrane. So the diagram explains the same, where the blue dots represent the water molecules whereas the red dots represents the ions. So there is the steady movement of water in root xylem and this explains the root pressure theory. So we should know that this takes place during the night only, and this theory in this procedure is not enough mechanism in the taller plants. So what happens in day? Transpiration occurs, as we all know, in the presence of sunlight. The transpiration occurs, which is the loss of water through stomata, and stomata are the pores present in the epidermal tissues whose working cells are the guard cells. So force at the level of leaves is generated and this force creates a suction, and this suction pressure pulls the water from the xylem cells of root. Hence, transpiration causes the upward movement of water and minerals, and these minerals are in the dissolved form, and this causes the upward movement of water and minerals from the roots to the leaves, and this explains the transpiration pull theory. Next, let us see how the food is transported. So the transportation of food takes place through phloem, and the process of transportation of soluble products of the photosynthesis is called translocation. We all know photosynthesis is the process of food production by plants in the presence of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. The substances are delivered to the storage organs such as the roots, fruits and the seeds, and to the growing organs such as buds. So translocation takes place in the sieve tubes and the companion cells, both in the upward and the downward direction. Hence we can say that the phloem action is bidirectional. So what happens? The materials are transferred to the phloem tissue using the energy in the form of ATP. We know that ATP is adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy currency of cell. So there is the generation of osmotic pressure in tissue, right? So what will happen? The water moves in because the water moves from the region of higher concentration towards the lower concentration. So when the water moves in, the material moves out to the phloem tissue, which have less pressure. Hence, the phloem translocates according to the plant needs. So now we can say that transportation is in xylem is unidirectional, whereas the transportation in phloem is bidirectional. As we can see in the picture, the blue arrows show the transportation of xylem, that is unidirectional only in the upward position. The water goes from root to the height of the plants, whereas the red arrows show the function of phloem tissues, which is bidirectional. So I hope this video was helpful for you all, and if you want these notes, please email us at the address given in the description box. Links to the previous videos are also in the description box, and do like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.